Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome back to another episode of Must Be Free TV. Yes, Must Be Free TV, the only podcast where two guys will give you what's what on something that you don't give a fuck about. Joining me today is my lovely co-host, as always, Victor.
Hello, everybody. Good to have y'all back with us.
He doesn't mean that. But, more importantly, I'd like to point out that this will be episode number 10!
Heck yeah. Very
I
nice.
assume that's special. I mean, that's like 10,
I
right?
think that's special. This is like a bunch of episodes, a bunch of time. Yeah. Very nice.
Okay.
Congratulations to us both.
Yeah! Mostly to me, but, you know, congratulations to you too. No, for real. This is awesome. We made it to 10.
Yes.
10 episodes. Oh my gosh. Also, if you like YouTube or YouTube Music, that's where you prefer to get your podcast. We are now officially there too.
Yay!
We managed to get approved for the advanced features on YouTube.
Advanced.
And we were able to link an RSS feed. I'm not really sure why that's considered advanced, but you know.
Whatever it is. Yeah. I don't make the internet.
Yeah, I don't make billions and trillions of dollars like Google, so I just don't understand. Anyway, let's get to the episode. This week, actually, hold on. You're supposed to ask me, right?
What did we watch for this week, Martin?
Thank you for asking. This week, we watched Speed Racer, Season 1, Episode 26, The Car Hater.
Yes. Oh my god.
This episode of television.
Oh my god.
Is gold. I shit y'all not. This is the most violent episode of television I have ever seen.
Yes. Oh my god. Yup. It's wild. It's wild how much like violence and death there is in this children's cartoon.
In a show made for children.
Yeah. This is wild. I am amazed that this got to air with no problems.
It's wild. But Victor, what is your history, if anything at all, with Speed Racer? The franchise doesn't necessarily have to be this show.
The franchise. So I actually had, I think, never seen an episode of Speed Racer before this. I think I had been like vaguely aware of it from like parodies of it and stuff, where it's like, oh, like kind of like the early Japanese anime is all like this, which it kind of is, but like it's kind of better than the parody, I think. But yeah, I think that's about it. Like I'd only heard of it vaguely. And I was pleasantly surprised by it. But yeah, how about yourself? What is your history with this franchise, Martin?
Honestly, pretty similar. I grew up on cartoons of the 90s and early 2000s, and Speed Racer was a very common reference, especially if they had we're about to do a race episode. Like, I know Dexter's Laboratory did one when there was like a downhill race in one episode, and there have been countless other examples. I did watch a little bit of one of the reboot cartoons that premiered in like the late 2000s.
Ooh, yeah.
That premiered on Nicktoons Network,
oh my God.
All places. I call it a reboot. It was technically a sequel series because it takes place in the future, and
okay.
If you're unfamiliar with Speed Racer, in the original series, the rival racer to Speed Racer is Racer X.
Amazing.
Because the letter X was the most mysterious letter of the 1960s.
This continued, I feel, until maybe at least 2020. You know, like I even think like the 90s, the 2000s, like even maybe the 2010s. Like it's like Chemical X was Powerpuff Girls, right? It is the most mysterious letter. So, yeah. For 50 years of 50 years of X. No, nope, nope, revoking that. Anyway.
You know, Victor, we're like what, 2 minutes in?
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't keep it in your pants for just a little bit.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I refuse.
Well, they're 10 episodes in. If they didn't expect that, then
Shenanigans.
why are they even here?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Racer X was Speed Racer's rival, this full-grown adult against. Now, the Wikipedia says that Speed Racer is 18 years old. He looks 14 at most.
Yes.
But I guess if he's doing these completely legal and I guess regulated death races,
Yes.
sure, he's an adult. Um, in this sequel series that was on Nicktoons Network, there is a Racer X as well, but he's actually the son of the original Speed Racer.
Ooh. Okay.
And of course, there's an evil corporation, and somehow competing in these races is going to stop them.
Yes. Yes.
Plot.
Everything helps. Oh wait, so it's like an entirely new protagonist for the Speed Racer reboot. It's not Speed.
Yeah, but he looks like Speed, but he's not Speed. I don't think
Amazing.
he's even actually related to Speed, but he is an orphan because, having parents does not drive success.
Right. Right. In television. Yeah.
Well, no, just in life.
God. It's just not the vibe. Oh my god.
It is not the vibe to have living parents. I mean, Disney princesses got it right from the get, so,
Right. Right. And if we could all follow their example, oh my god.
Exactly. Speaking of which, I did go to Bath and Body Works today, and they released the second round of Disney princess scented shit.
Oh my god.
So, I did get 3 bottles of body wash.
Okay. Okay.
It's nice. I think they've gone through all of them now. Okay, wait. The first round was Cinderella, Tiana,
Okay.
Ariel, Jasmine,
Mulan?
no.
She's not a Disney princess though officially, right? So
No, she is a Disney princess, but
okay.
they didn't do all of them in the first one. It was who else did they have?
Belle or
yes, Belle.
Okay.
I said Tiana. And Moana of all people, but she's a Disney princess, so sure.
Okay.
This new one, I don't know why they brought back both Belle and Tiana. I'm gonna guess they were the most popular. But they did add Mulan, Aurora, Snow White, and God, one other bitch. Rapunzel.
Oh, okay.
I always forget Rapunzel.
Okay. The one who would make the most sense to be endorsing a Bath and Body Works product, perhaps? Or
absolutely. And they put her where she belongs, near the back.
Oh, damn.
Just like Rosa Parks.
Damn. During and it's
it is
February.
Indeed Black History Month when we're recording this episode. I was just trying to be timely.
Uh-huh. And that's
just trying to be timely.
Black History Month. No. Christ.
Okay. All right. Anyway, sorry. We're getting off topic. But yeah, that is my experience with Speed Racer as a franchise. So I was really excited to finally get to watch an episode because the extreme violence was parodied and lampooned several times in all these other cartoons that I actually watched.
Okay.
And I thought that it was, just an over-exaggeration. Like, why are all the racers exploding? And then, dear Lord. And then, how accurate were those? Anyway, let's get started.
Yeah. I think that's a really good point that, like, this show keeps being referenced in a lot of other media, because I think, like, I just never, like, got any of those. But I think actually maybe my parents were like, oh, it's like Speed Racer, because, like, they were kind of the right age to, like, get some of that on TV. So so I think, like, yeah, these references just all flew over my head for this. But yeah.
Yeah. I think my main exposure to Speed Racer was on Cartoon Network, they would have sometimes advertisement for the Boomerang Network, which for
Mm,
people who never had cable, Boomerang was essentially Cartoon Network for all of the old shows that Cartoon Network didn't run anymore.
mhm.
And the gap between like the shows that would be on Cartoon Network and the shows that would be on Boomerang would be about let's say anywhere between 40 to 20 years
Okay, yeah.
old. Because it was mainly Hanna-Barbera stuff,
Yes.
but they would also have stuff like Speed
I
Racer,
see.
and I would see the ads for Speed Racer, for Boomerang, in between like episodes of Powerpuff Girls and Dexter's Lab.
Mhm.
So when the references came, I was like able to connect that it was supposed to be referencing that, but that was pretty much it.
I see, with, like, sort of, like, 5-second commercial clips from, like, Boomerang ads.
Right,
Okay.
right, yeah. But we've been dawdling, so let's get to the actual episode.
Yes.
Once again, we watched Speed Racer, Season 1, Episode 26, The Car Hater. Originally premiered in Japan on September 24th, 1967, and in America on December 15th, 1967. We kick off with the intro,
Mhm.
which has a song that does not at all fit what is happening on screen.
Absolutely not.
It's a very, what I would describe at the time, a very teeny bop song,
Yeah. Yeah.
as this fine 18-year-old is competing in a race where other people around him are exploding and dying.
Yes.
And then he gets out the car and goes, "Yeah, Speed Racer." No,
Somebody
no.
somebody's car exploded in the title animation, and, like, the tire fell off of the car. It's like
Yeah, I don't know if we're supposed to honestly think that they lived.
I
They can't.
they they
They
can't.
can't. There's a point later on where a car runs into a wall, flips over, and then
And
explodes.
then
Are
catches
we supposed to
fire.
believe that he lived?
Yeah. Like
I
like,
hope
we
not.
no, right? Like, they just
I
kinda
mean, I
gloss
hope he
over
lived.
it.
I hope he lived,
Yeah.
but I don't. I hope they don't think that we think that, oh, that's
They'll
survivable,
be fine.
at least
Yeah.
without serious
Oh my
burns.
god. Just just crazy car accident violence in this episode, in the opening, right off the bat.
I want to also highlight one of the lyrics. He's a demon on wheels. He's a demon, and he's gonna be chasing after someone. Now, again, this is about the protagonist,
Mhm.
Speed Racer. I should also point out, for anyone who might be confused, his legal government name
Yes.
is Speed Racer. First name Speed, last name Racer.
Oh. Oh my god.
Insane.
From the Tokyo Racers and not the Osaka Racers, right? I don't remember where this is set, but crazy.
Victor, what?
Is he from the New York set, or the New Orleans set, you know? No.
No, Victor, what are you talking about?
Like the famous families. Like, oh, the New York Kennedys, or the Boston Kennedy. I don't know. This is a thing people say, right?
Oh. Uh, yeah, yeah.
I choose to believe that.
Okay. Okay. I don't know where that was going.
Anyway,
Okay, back to the.
they're just the Racer
Okay.
family. It's fine.
Yes, they are. They are the Racer family, not the Racist family. They live next door.
Oh god.
The Racer family,
Mhm.
which is composed of Speed Racer, Pops Racer.
Mhm.
His dad's name is Pops,
Government name.
and Ma Racer or Mama Racer. We never see her.
Dear Lord.
I don't know. Maybe she's like a Disney mom. She's just dead.
Mhm.
But we don't focus on that. We're focusing on this intro. And God. Oh, I guess we'll go ahead and do it. So, I do want to point out the the American or English dub voice for Speed Racer is Peter Fernandez, who also handled the voice direction as well as co-wrote the script for the American
Oh
dub.
my god. That is so many things to do for the show.
And the most important thing is for my 90s kids out there who watched a lovely little horrifying program called Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh.
You might remember a certain episode called The Magic Tree of Nowhere. Now, in this episode, Miriam and Courage get, I believe, a bag of seeds that they then put in the backyard, planted, normal. Courage then walks outside just a couple minutes later. The tree has fully grown into a giant purple tree with a face
Oh.
that talks.
Ooh.
That tree is also voiced by Peter Hernandez. Peter Fernandez. And that is the most important thing he's ever done for me. Because just like I'm sure an entire generation of children, a purple tree made me piss my sheets. And
Mhm.
I'd like to say that I was never the same. I wish it had more of an effect on me.
Yeah, I feel like if you were watching Courage episodes on a regular basis, you are already like deep in this trauma rabbit hole at that point, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I didn't watch very much of
Trauma is
that.
the point.
It looked terrifying, and I was not about that.
It
So,
was horrifying. And then the tree would just, Courage, don't be afraid of me. Courage, come here. Don't let him chop me down.
oh no.
Please, Courage. I was not prepared for that.
Mm-mm.
And they would premiere that shit late at night.
Mm.
My lights would be off.
Mm.
Again, piss my sheets, shit my pants. It was a very eventful night.
Mhm.
But back to Speed Racer.
Yes.
We have finished the intro, and now we get a rundown of the Mach 5, which is Speed Racer's car. A vehicle built to cheat, might I say.
Right.
Because this car has many a function that I can't believe are fucking allowed.
Uh-huh. In these death races.
See, here's the thing. I'm not convinced that these are intended to be death races.
Mm.
I think the presence of the Mach 5 makes them death races. Because, okay, so the Mach 5 has a steering wheel with several buttons on it, each with a different letter. We are run through all of the letters.
Mhm.
A shoots out powerful jacks from the bottom of the car that allow it to jump super high. B gives you highly gripped tires to get through any terrain. C sends out rotary saws
This
out
was
of the front of the vehicle
this was incredible.
that we just have to hope aren't used on a person.
Mhm. Of course not. That would be too violent or something. Just fully
Hey,
rotary saws.
if people die, that's fine. As long as speed doesn't kill them, we're good.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
Pressing E provides special lights. This is the most boring one. It's just headlights. He says they're super powerful headlights, but they're just fucking headlights.
Mhm.
F gives you underwater shit. Like, it turns the car into a submarine. Again, I don't understand how this is
Awesome.
legal. Second, what situation are you in where you need a submarine in your death races? Do the
Mhm.
other cars also have submarines? Is this all standard, or is this actually not special?
Good question.
Like, do the other cars also have these buttons and all these features? Because it seems like they don't.
It seems like they don't. I choose to believe, based on nothing, that some cars can do this and have underwater functionality, but the rest of this is customized for the Mach 5. I would like this to be the case based on, again, nothing.
And last but not least, we have G, which, you know, I wouldn't have guessed this. Pressing G sends out a homing robot bird that allows him to do reconnaissance and, I'm assuming, track his enemies. What this told me is that cheating is okay.
Mhm.
Cheating is okay. Cheating is the way that you win, and cheating makes you the hero. As long as you have top billing, there's nothing you can do that's wrong.
Hmm. Well, he wouldn't have the buttons if it wasn't allowed, right? This
No,
I
no,
don't like this
Victor,
argument.
I'm not. I. It's so vague. It's so vague. So we cut to a road, and we see the Mach 5 speeding down. But Speed Racer isn't driving. Instead, his friend, I think, actually his girlfriend, maybe, Trixie,
Hmm.
is driving the car. And she is speeding down the road and going over 180, I want to say kilometers per hour because this is a
Sounds right.
Japanese car,
Hmm.
which is still over 115 miles per hour. Speed Racer turns to Trixie and says, "Girl, slow the fuck down. The speed limit's like, what, 80?" I mean, he doesn't say it like that, but, I'm
Hmm.
translating. And Trixie goes, "Oh, I didn't realize we were going twice as fast. What do you.
Girl.
You were going 180 kilometers per hour and you didn't realize you were going.
I feel like the
Okay."
road is also like kind of windy too, so it's like crazy that they're going that fast, right?
Yeah, and as Speedy says, we've got to obey the law.
Oh my god. That's the most important thing. Thanks, Speed Racer. Oh
I
god.
mean, we see throughout this episode that Speedy is such a narc. Um,
Yes, yes.
which is crazy for a man who's committed so much manslaughter, but we'll get to
Hmm.
that. We look in the rearview mirror and we see a orange car swerving in the road behind them, driving like a complete maniac. Speed Racer turns around and does the sound that became my favorite sound throughout the episode. He turns to the cars and goes, "Ah!"
Yes. Like the most anime sound, right?
It's great. It's so stupid. I'm sorry, it's not stupid. People actually probably make that sound. And let me
Hmm.
tell you right now, if you're listening and you make that sound, you are so valid. You sound stupid, but you're so valid.
So valid. So valid.
All right, so the ugly kids pull up in their car. I should be fair and say that throughout the rest of my notes, those kids, I refer to them as the ugly kids.
Hmm.
Not because of how they behave, but because of how they look. And I understand that might be lookist, that might be me expressing lookism, but I
Hmm.
also want to argue that I have eyes.
They're just drawn that way.
They are drawn ugly. They are drawn to be forever alone. They
Hmm.
are drawn to repulse. And credit to the animators, they succeeded.
Hmm.
Now, Victor, would you agree with me that these are some homely motherfuckers?
Yes, yes. They're just doing their best. Well, they're not really, but you know, they could do better. They could do better.
The idea that you even entertained the idea that that was in any form a best, that is concerning.
Hmm.
It's a little bit worrying, but we can discuss that offline.
Hmm. Hmm.
So the ugly kids pull up beside the Mach 5 and they yell at the car, "You drive like a girl!" And of course, Trixie's driving, so she's like, "Oh my god, did you hear what they said?" And Speed Racer just, it's like, dude, pay attention to the road.
Right.
And so they keep driving. And the ugly kids just start slamming into the side of their car. They are
Yes.
trying to kill Speed and Trixie.
This is crazy.
And Speed Racer just kind of looks at them and goes like, "You better stop doing that. That's so rude." They're trying to murder you, Speed.
Uh-huh.
Get a little mad.
Oh my god.
But the kids keep trying to kill them, so eventually Speed reaches over to the steering wheel and presses the A button, which causes the car to shoot up in the air, and we get a nice, adorable freeze frame.
I think this might be one of the only times in this episode that they actually use the car's powers. Is that right? I feel like they don't use the
Um,
powers a ton in this episode.
yeah, they don't. I wonder if I wonder if that explanation happens at the beginning of every episode.
I feel like it might. Like I think that that had the feeling of like a standard kind of deal.
Yeah. It could be kind of like how the Superman cartoon always started with explaining all of his powers. Maybe?
Did it really? Because like right there was a thing where in like I think X-Men comics there was some Marvel editorial thing where it's like every comic book could be someone's first, so you have to give like a little bit of introduction in every issue just in case, where it's like, "Hi, I'm Shadowcat. My power is going through walls." And it's like, "I'm Iceman. I can do this." And it's like, "Yes, okay, we get it." Um
Oh,
but like I wonder if it's
okay.
something like that where it's like you have to intro it because you don't know who's going to be watching this for the first time. And so like I feel like this could be built into stuff. Um
Ah, okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. So once our freeze frame is released, the car lands, and surprise, there's a little kid and a chimp just in the trunk of the car.
mhm.
Presumably, by the dialogue, it sounds like the little kid is the one that pissed off the ugly kids because they seem to want to attack the kid in the trunk of the car.
Yeah.
We're never really told what the kid did to piss them off, but I don't know. What do you think he might have done?
I feel like maybe cuz I don't know, is this like making faces from the trunk that they're in or like just kind of goading them? But I also feel like that car full of the other kids is just looking for trouble and just looking to, you know, run some cars off the road for
Is making a
funsies.
few faces enough to justify manslaughter?
In the speed racer world, so many things seem to justify manslaughter by vehicle. Oh my god.
Okay, I guess that tracks. But one of the ugly kids threatens to start beating up the Mach 5 before he realizes it's the Mach 5. And because it's the Mach 5, that must be Speed Racer.
Right.
And they immediately start simping, asking for autographs. One of them even asked him to autograph his shirt. I was a little bit scared in the moment that he was about to rip the shirt off. It looked like he was going to. And I don't think they were ready for that in 1967.
No, no, that would have been a lot just in a kid's cartoon. No.
I say that as once again, a car ran into a wall, flipped over, and exploded with a man inside.
Right. You don't see the man, but you know there's a man inside.
Oh no, you see the man. You see the
Oh,
man
do
in the
you?
car? Yes, you do.
Oh god, I
Oh, they
didn't look
no,
for
they want you to
that.
know that this is dangerous.
Dear lord.
But they don't want you to think about the death for too long, I guess.
Oh my
I don't
god.
I don't understand.
Oh my god. So, did Speed and Trixie know that the kid and the monkey were in the car with them and they're still driving twice the speed limit? Is that the situation? Because like they I think they knew they were there, which means there is a child in the car and you are driving twice the speed limit at 180 kilometers per hour, which is terrifying. Like what is happening in this show? Like the danger tolerance is nonsense at this point.
I'm not really sure they give too many fucks about the kid's safety
That's
considering
true.
what they bring him in on later.
That's true.
Um
Oh my god.
I kind of actually lean that they didn't know that he was in the trunk,
I
and this
see.
is purely based on the references from other shows where if they were doing a Speed Racer parody, there would be someone in the trunk, but it would always be a surprise that they were in there.
I see. Okay, okay.
So it could be that the kid constantly sneaks into the trunk of the car as a bit,
Mhm.
but that still
That's still bad.
raises concern that he's in the trunk during death races where
Mhm.
there's no seatbelt and there's probably no cushioning in the back of
Mm,
that car. A car built in
it's
the
a
1960s?
it's a race car
Oh,
too, right? So like, yeah,
absolutely not. So that kid is
wild.
just banging around in there with a chimp.
I assume. I only assume so. I did just want to point that out. This wild. I will simply suspend disbelief, but this is, oh my god.
It's horrifying. This whole world is terrifying. So we cut to a bar,
Hmm.
presumably Trixie's bar, because she's like where the bartender should be.
Yeah,
Again, I guess I should point out that these characters are supposed to be 18, so sure.
sure.
Um, but Speed is in this bar lecturing the uglies on safe driving and how to be a good race car driver. And these kids are listening intently. I mean, they like it. But then all of a sudden, some mobsters out of nowhere are just annoyed with Speed.
Hmm.
The yellow mobster, who I'll just refer, I'm just going to call them by their colors.
Hmm.
Yellow stands up and I guess calls Speed a show off because he's telling them about safe driving. Um, God, there are so many ugly people in this show. And I don't mean that as like, oh, I'm some handsome guy. What I'm saying is, I still look better than most of the people in this show. I think it's okay to say that. I'm not lying. You can go look at it. It's free on Pluto TV. You just go look it up.
They're drawn like kind of like mafia or like gangster thugs, right? Like this is kind of like the look, I guess. Yeah.
Wow,
But like
Victor, you just
50s.
really called all mafia and thugs ugly? Victor, I'm
I take this
listen.
back.
Mafia, thugs of all shapes and sizes.
Right.
I don't think all of you are ugly. I'm sure some of you are, but I don't think all of you are.
Me neither.
These are the opinions of Victor and Victor alone.
I would like
If
to
you
make
want
it
to
clear that I
find him,
misspoke.
I'll give you his address.
I would
Just
like to
remember, I'm
retract
on
this
your side.
statement formally.
Mm-mm. That wasn't me. That was him. I'll even help you find him. I'll help you bury the bones. All right, so Yellow Mobster exclaims that he used to be a race car driver and then runs up and grabs Speed's chin like he's about to kiss him. Now, because I know he's 18, I kind of wanted it to happen, but it doesn't.
Mm-mm.
Ugly number one warns Yellow to get the fuck away from Speed. Yellow then kicks over the kid's stool, which then leads Speed to twist Yellow's arm behind his back. So Speed is apparently incredibly strong.
Yes.
And while he's holding his arm behind his back, as the good citizen he is, he says, I was just giving them some tips about safe driving. Okay, boo. What do I have in my notes? Oh, in comes Blue Mobster with the steel chair! I don't actually think this chair was made of steel, but, I really wanted to do that. Speed, being the gentle soul he is, uses the yellow mobster as a meat shield, and the chair hits him in the face, and Yellow goes down. In comes Red Mobster, who says to Blue, hey, why don't you fight instead of throwing shit? And Blue goes, huh, good idea. I hate people. I hate people. They're so fucking stupid. Anyway, Speed then proceeds to beat the absolute shit out of both Blue and Red, and then the gangsters flee.
Is this where he like punches them hard enough that they go like flying back against the walls?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
like just from a punch, they like sail back, like very comic booky kind of style. But it's a kids cartoon. Like I'll take it, right? Like, but Homeboy can punch a dude and have them go flying into the wall. Like this is crazy.
He can punch a dude 3 times his size,
Yes,
and
that
have
too.
him fly across a room.
Oh my god. Like
Sure, babe.
yeah.
Sure.
He can do whatever he wants, it sounds like.
Let Japanese twinks have their fantasies.
Oh my god.
You know I'm right. Every anime protagonist, every male protagonist is just a fucking twink. But for some reason, he can kick a semi-truck 5 miles away.
You're right. This is this is the first in a long line of Japanese twink fantasy. I'm sure that phrase, typed into Google, will yield very normal results. Now that I say that,
Oh no! I'm sure I looked that up once in my life.
Lord in heaven, who among us? Anyway,
So the gangsters flee. Cut to Trixie. Oh, sorry. So the gangsters flee. Speed goes back to talking to the uglies, and Trixie says, "Is racing the only thing Speed likes to talk about?" Which, and like, is she implying that she wants Speed to start talking about her?
like talking to her, that was my sense there. It feels very like, kind of like, I don't know. It's a weird vibe to me. What, like, I guess I know. I guess she just feels jealous that he's talking about racing instead of to her.
Yeah.
Unclear.
I mean, I wouldn't want to talk to her in that ugly top either. I'm sorry, I'm being so rude to these characters. I don't know them.
Right.
But again, I have eyes, and y'all can go watch the episode for yourself. That is an hideous top. Anyway, we cut to Trixie looking outside to see the little boy and chimp that were in the trunk of the car earlier are now sitting in the driver's seat of the Mach 5 talking to a girl in her best prison uniform. This girl turns out to be Janine.
Mm-hmm.
I have in my notes, Janine's head is so round.
But wait, she also has that like headscarf thing. Like this is very, I'm gonna get this so wrong. This is like an Audrey Hepburn like headscarf thing over her head the whole time, right? In like, is this Roman Holiday? I don't I don't know which movie it is. Drag Me, I guess. But it's like the headscarf with like the kind of glasses over it, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think that's what they were going for.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But then it is like vertical stripes, like a prison uniform for sure, right? Like,
oh no, it's not vertical stripes. She has horizontal stripes.
or horizontal.
But it
Okay.
is again, it is a hideous dress.
Mm-hmm.
These characters were clearly designed by men. And and when I say men, I mean men who like women, and that's a shame.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Not a single gay
do
person
better.
involved in the character design at all.
Not a single one. Do better, Japan. Do better.
Oh God.
Anywho, we are introduced to Janine, who explains that she wants to be a race car driver, but her dad hates cars.
Mm-hmm.
But Trixie, regardless, offers Janine to go for a ride.
And Janine will be driving, right?
Yes. Janine will be driving. Now, they are in the city, and Janine, once in the driver's seat, shoots off like a rocket.
Yes. I really love the instruction that Trixie gives her, or no, the kid gives her, which is, it goes fast. Just remember that. Such an amazing instruction for like Speed Racer's car. Lord.
But, as is fate, Janine almost immediately hits a man on a horse. Turns out, this man is her dad, also known as Papa. And not even in the hot way.
No. He's also Mr. Trotter. I think we learn a lot later. But yes.
Yeah, he's Papa to me.
Yeah.
They tried to give him a name, but that's a bit too late. Also, really, Mr. Trotter, because he rides a horse.
Oh, I did not parse that, but you are
Victor.
absolutely correct.
Victor.
Oh no. Solid. Okay, solid
No.
choice. Great work, localization team. Oh no.
So Janine almost hits her dad with a car.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes Speed Racer to try and help her dad. Janine shoves him off. And I don't just mean shove. She launches Speed off screen to go help her dad.
Mm-hmm.
The dad gets up and it's like, were you driving a car? You know I hate cars. You know you're not supposed to be driving cars. I'm going to go destroy that car. and he tries to destroy it with a whip. Now, I
Mhm.
don't know how he thought that was going to work,
Mm.
but that man is determined.
He really is. He tries to whip the car, which is very funny to me that this like the violence is kind of it's so much violence, but also to this car. Crazy.
Not just to the car, but also to his daughter, because
Yes.
Janine tries to stop him, but just gets elbowed in the face. This is one of many times where Janine just, like, takes damage.
Yes.
And, like,
Yeah.
there's no other way for me to describe it, because it's not just getting hit. Like, this girl is. It's like she got hit by a smash attack in Smash
Yeah,
Brothers. She goes fucking
she
flying.
goes down, like she gets thrown on the ground. It's so violent. Oh my god.
And you know what? Her makeup, not a smudge. Perfect the entire time. Not a
Makeup
lash misplaced.
makeup and hair perfect. Oh god.
If only. If only.
Mm-hmm.
But Speed, being the hero he is, warns Papa not to hit his daughter again. Okay. Janine says, man, okay, this is one of the most quotable shows I've ever seen. Like, hold on. He gets this way whenever he thinks of cars. All cars are weapons. All cars are weapons on wheels. God damn. And at this point, I'm like, okay, so this man hates cars. And in my brain, I go, what? Did his son die in a car crash? A second later, my son died in a car accident.
Like these are only tropes because this is a like 60-year-old show. 70? What is math? 60-year-old show, right? So like the tropes work, right? Like, oh my god.
I want to be clear. He says that his son died in a car accident while he is actively choking Speed.
Yes.
He is killing another young man while talking about a young man who died. I have the best reason in the world for hating cars. And it's said, it's the earnestness.
Yes.
It's the sincerity.
Yes.
It's great. It's also terrible. And I get it. I get it that you're like, hey, I'm not really cool. I mean, cars trigger something with me because my kid got presumably hit by one
Mm-hmm.
and died. Got it.
Fair.
Have you ever maybe considered that the people driving the cars and the situation that led up to the kid getting hit might also be to blame here? Not just the vehicle,
Not just cars in general, the idea of cars.
and just maybe.
Oh my god.
And for you fucking gun nuts who hear this and think that,
Mm.
oh my god, yeah,
Mm.
it's just like guns don't kill people, people kill people.
Mm-mm.
The only thing guns do is hurt people. At least with a car, I can get to IHOP.
Mm-hmm. Can your gun take you to IHOP? No.
Exactly. Fucking exactly. Unless IHOP is hell. No.
And IHOP isn't hell. Thanks, IHOP, for. Could this be a sponsored IHOP ad? I feel like that is not the way to get it. Dear Lord.
Look, if any sponsor approaches us, it will have to be completely unhinged.
True.
Probably something like Me Undies.
Oh, we can only hope.
If you're in a car accident, be sure you're shitting your pants in Me Undies, the most comfortable pair of underwear I've ever worn.
Wow, I couldn't believe how comfortable it was as I took that turn at 180 kilometers per hour and felt all of my internal organs rearrange themselves.
The last time I got into a car accident, my piss and shit flew everywhere. In my face, in the passenger seat, even on the car of the person that I ran over. But now, with Me Undies, my piss and shit stays right where it belongs, near my dick and ass.
Wow, thanks, MeUndies. That helps me sleep at night. That really gives me some peace of mind.
We got it. We got that sponsorship
This
on lock.
is
Come
ad
on, Me
copy
Undies.
now.
We're
Oh,
here. We are right here.
my god. Good, good.
um, so Speed hears all this from Papa and is so understanding. He says something along the lines of, "Wow, I thought you were just being unreasonable before, but I I understand why you don't like cars now. You do? You do. Okay."
It seems to go beyond, like, cars make me nervous, which would be an understandable thing, but into I guess, the episode title, like, the car hater, like, to an extent that is so far over the top.
I mean, it tells us what we're getting.
Yep.
But I guess this softens Papa's heart because then he says that Speed reminds him of his son.
Mhm.
Doesn't really go into detail about that. But he then goes on to ask. Well, first he asks, like, "What do you do? Are you a student?" Like, okay. And then Speed starts to say that he's a race car driver, but then stops himself. And Trixie goes, which tips me off, I guess, that Speed being a race car driver is a
Or
secret?
that I mean, I thought it was just because he hates cars, and a race car driver is basically the worst thing you can be, because you have to
Oh, yeah.
drive in the cars all the time. Evil
Okay. Yeah, that,
cars.
that makes that makes a lot more
Okay.
sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I took that as,
Secret identity, like,
oh,
stuff.
his secret identity is a race car driver, but then the kids knew who he was,
Mhm.
and everyone else recognizes the Mach 5, and he walks up to them without his helmet on, so it can't be that much of a secret. Okay, but yeah, your explanation makes much more
Okay,
sense. I
okay.
am so sorry.
You're just, like,
um,
inexplicable, like, moment there.
yeah, yeah, I just, my brain was, I guess, working on a completely different
Mhm.
plane. Um, but Dad gets back on his horse and tells Janine that he wants her home right now. But instead of letting her also get on the horse, he rides away, and she's just supposed to get home on her own, I
Without
guess.
cars, because 'cause they're bad.
I guess with public transportation? Like, is he okay with buses?
Unclear. Maybe? Buses
I
aren't
mean, I guess a
cars.
bus didn't kill his son.
Exactly. These are totally different, entities.
What is a bus but a long car?
Right? Like, what indeed, right? Oh god. What is a train but a longer car? And many longer cars together. Bigger.
I know. And what is a Tesla but a waste of money?
Hmm.
I'm gonna cut that
Yeah.
out.
To get that Tesla sponsorship.
Yeah, just in case. Look, girl, look, if the right ad read comes along and it's for Tesla, I'm probably not gonna do it.
No, absolutely not.
But the temptation will be
Oh my
there.
god.
Um I mean, they're gonna own everything, and
True.
then any ad read I do will technically be for
I
Tesla.
hate that. I mean, I love that.
Eh.
Our corporate overlords. I, for one, welcome our new corporate overlords. Oh no.
Oh no. Um so I guess Janine is left on her own. We cut to the Speed car factory.
Mhm.
Sure. Where the Mach 5 is getting repaired, presumably after getting rammed into by the ugly kid's car several
Yeah.
times. Here is where we meet Sparky, the mechanic, and Pops Racer, Speed's dad,
Mhm.
who are working on the car. Um, Speed starts making some jokes about car accidents because, sure. Um, and then Pops gets a little worried and goes like, "No, no, 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 no. You shouldn't be making fun of this shit." And he pulls out a newspaper and says, "I keep reading about accidents in the newspaper every day."
Like yeah, I guess so. This is grim as fuck, right? Like
Cut to Papa's house, where Papa is also reading the same newspaper and is telling Janine, "Hey, accidents happen every day. Cars are fucking evil. Cars are the devil. Cars are Satan."
mhm.
Papa is convinced that car accidents wouldn't happen if there weren't cars, which technically,
Technically.
I mean, by simple logic, he's not wrong.
Right? Like, he is technically correct, I guess. Uh,
Uh, Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is where Papa sees something in the newspaper about the opening of a new racetrack.
yes.
And Janine hears this and says, I'm going out. And I guess Papa doesn't ask where she's
No.
going and instead just looks on menacingly. It's so fucking weird. But then we cut to presumably this new racetrack where Speed is, I'm not sure if he's actually in a race or if he's just test driving on it. Um Alongside a bunch of other race car
Hmm.
drivers. But we see him pull into the pit and we get, reintroduced to Trixie and Sparky. And in comes Janine. She just rolls up on the gang in the pit because I guess she's just allowed to do that. I didn't know just anyone was allowed on the fucking
Random
racetrack.
strangers. No problem, anybody.
Absolutely not. Um, and she says, as they greet her, this is like, no, as they greet her, I think it's Trixie who asks, wait, isn't your dad going to be upset that you're here because he hates cars? And Janine says, I can't help it. I've just got to drive fast.
Oh, God. Actually, maybe this is a good time to talk about what are your thoughts on like the general like dub quality here? Cuz like well, yeah, you go first.
I think, honestly, it's pretty damn
Hmm.
good. Um, if you didn't know any better, this is pretty close to just like an American cartoon original dub.
Hmm.
The only thing that is gonna maybe tip you off is the cadence, the speed at
Yes.
which sometimes they talk. It's not always completely natural, and of course that's because they are just trying to match the mouth
Hmm.
flaps. Um, but overall, I think it's good. It is way over the top,
Yes.
but you know, I think this seems like this was pretty early in the age of localizing Japanese
Hmm.
cartoons. So that could have been, just part of the learning pains or the growing pains. What's the term?
Growing
Growing
pains, yeah.
pains? Yeah, this seems like that could just be part of the growing pains. But overall, I think it's pretty good. I think all the voice actors are doing a great
Yes.
job.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely thought the same thing. Like I think I was pretty tripped up by the cadence for a while where it's like there's no like pauses in between some of the lines because it like doesn't fit the animation, so you just kind of have to like glue a bunch of like talking pretty close together. Um and that's I'm sure like part of like the parody thing that you see, because it is like that cadence is a little like funky from other shows. It's not as bad as like the parodies led me to believe it would be at all, right? um
Right.
but yeah, also like you said earlier, like all of the voice acting is like really earnest and yes, super over the top, but like it's like good quality, and they're like doing the thing, like it's very like believable, like I'm in
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
for so yeah, nice. But yes, she's just got to drive fast.
Gotta go fast.
And okay, like surely there is some happy medium between being a race car driver and hating cars this much. Like surely she does not have to be a race car driver right from the start, but who
I
knows?
mean, I don't see anything wrong with her wanting to be a race car driver. It's really, to me, are you sure you wanna. People keep exploding, right? Like, that has to be in the newspaper. Like, the cars keep exploding. You might be in one of those exploding cars.
This is
Um,
actually dangerous in world. Like very dangerous in world. God.
but I mean, if that's what she wants to do, she knows the risk. I support it.
Fair.
Her dad, on the other hand, is fucking insane. Speaking of which, in comes Papa on his horse running down the
Yes.
racetrack. And he approaches Speed and gang, and is like, Janine, what the fuck? I told you not to come
Hmm.
here. What the fuck you doing here? And Speed, being again the hero that he is, takes the blame and says that he invited Janine there. He did not. He is
Hmm.
lying, but he's trying to help
Yeah.
Janine. Papa turns to Speed and says, "You're really a professional racer? Liar!" It's
It's so
insane.
much.
But he is really pissed off. Janine tries to stop him, but again, Janine can't catch a break because this man just tosses her to Jupiter. But as always, makeup, still immaculate.
Her makeup
Not a
simply
scratch on
does
it.
not quit. Oh my god.
Ugh, those Japanese beauty routines.
This is like I saw some like Instagram post that was like, oh yeah, like these it was like a Amazon review of some like pants, and the review was like, these pants are great. I like slipped and fell off of a hiking trail and slid on my ass for 50 feet down like bushes and rocks, and these pants did not tear. So like similar vibes to that.
Are you saying Janine's face
It's
looks
durable
like
as
pants?
pants. It's
It
as
looks like pants, and it's durable as pants.
yes, yes. That is exactly what I'm trying to say.
Victor, the next time you walk past a woman, I want you to say,
Wow.
"Ma'am, can I just tell you, your face looks really durable."
It looks like that feels like it's a pickup line. I don't know exactly. I
How?
don't I is this something like
Oh God.
like like something about face and pants like that feels like we're close to some very crude pickup line, right? Like I don't have it constructed yet, but if I put in some work, I could get there. Anyway.
Okay, let me try something.
Uh-oh.
Hey, girl, is your face made of pants, or is that just where my ass goes?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly that.
I'm
That's
sorry. That was
exactly
terrible.
that's
That
exactly
was
the type of thing.
fucking
Proof
awful.
of concept. Workshopable. Oh god.
Yeah, we're gonna workshop it. We're gonna workshop it then,
Oh dear
ladies.
lord.
Ladies, you're in danger.
You.
Not like that. Like a fun kind of danger, like a
Oh
hot kind,
no.
like the one that you'd see in Heated Rivalry, but not gay.
What a heated rivalry, but not gay. It's just the concept for another show. Oh god.
Already in the works at Turning Point America.
Jesus, yep.
Goodness. Um. So Papa, in his rage, again tries to whip the car,
Hmm.
but fails. So he turns around, sees the race cars, and has an idea. But before getting to the race cars, he, makes sure to take time to murder two race car workers who are on the track.
Hmm.
Um, great, love it. We already have two people dead. Then he just starts racing on that horse towards the oncoming race cars.
Hmm. Yep.
Sensibly, the race cars are like, oh no, there's a horse on the track. We need to swerve out the way. And as a result, start banging into the walls, crashing into each other, flipping over, exploding, rolling over the rail, and
Yes.
exploding.
Yes. He kills a ton of people who are just trying to save his life and stop their cars from hitting him and the horse.
And then the racetrack workers come up to him and are like, what the fuck, man? Why did you do that? And Papa goes, it's not my fault the horse got in the way. How do you,
How is it not? What?
ha, ha.
I also want to call your
Okay.
attention to an earlier line from Papa, which is after all of those accidents happen, he goes, there, that gets rid of some cars, which is such an insane thing to say at that point after you have killed at least 10 or more people, right? Like,
Insane.
oh my god.
In fucking sane to say that out loud.
Yes.
That is an inside thought, sir.
Yeah. Also, like, it only matters that the cars exploded. Like, people inside, whatever. But at least the cars are done, is the mindset here. Oh my god.
So the racetrack workers are trying to get Papa, but Papa starts riding away on his horse, and the three mobsters, red, blue, and yellow, that we met in the bar earlier, show up here and take out the employees. And Papa's like, "Who are you?" And the mobsters go, "People who hate cars just as much as you." Papa goes, "Huh, I could use men like you working for me. Come see me at my house later." Why were the mobsters even here? Do they actually hate cars?
That's why you go to the racetrack, to hate the cars up close, right? Oh God,
I
very unclear.
I guess. But Papa gets away, and we cut to Papa's house, where he's having a meeting with the mobsters, where Papa offers the mobsters a shit ton of money to sabotage a bunch of cars in the city so that they all get into accidents,
Mm-hmm.
with, I guess, the goal of increasing the number of accidents so much that more people become afraid of cars and join him in his crusade against
Mm-hmm.
cars.
Mm-hmm. That is the rationale of this plan.
Right. And Janine calls home. Papa picks up the phone, and Janine refuses to come home until he changes his mind about cars. Now, Janine, girly pop, sweetie, I understand where you're coming from,
Mm-hmm.
but you're talking to a man who has already committed homicide at least 12 times this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's in a change my mind kind of mindset.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you rebelling against him is going to just suddenly cause him to shift over. Not saying that you should go back. I
Right.
absolutely support you staying away from that abusive man who
Mm-hmm.
has tossed you 5 times like a salad. Wait, no, that's that. No, 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 no. Tossed you
No.
5 times like a pillowcase. What?
Uh,
Who has beat the shit out of you several times
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
episode.
yeah.
Stay home. No,
Right.
don't stay home. Stay away from home.
Yeah.
Stay away from home.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Totally support that. But this ain't gonna work. This
Oh
was
my
never gonna
God.
work. Papa is furious. She's like, "This is my daughter. This is my property. You come back here and don't be in a car." But she says, "Nah." Hangs up the phone.
Wait, I think there's a scene right before this where Papa is riding back home and he's like at a like big public street. He is on his horse just holding up traffic in all 4 directions. And he tries to convert everybody by saying, "Stop driving cars. They're much too dangerous." Um and he
Mm-hmm.
manages to gridlock the entire intersection all 4 ways. He kicks he gets his horse to kick a bystander, and then the horse jumps on top of the cars and gallops away. I think truly wild in and like gallops away across the top of the gridlocked cars, which is truly excellent. But also so wild. Like it this is his campaign to this is the part of his campaign against cars, is to create the worst traffic jam, injure a bystander, and then just peace out on your horse.
I don't see how we never considered that this would just make people hate horses.
Right.
Because all of the issues are being caused by you on this horse.
Right. Right.
And
In
on a racetrack where you're not supposed to be,
right.
in the middle of this intersection where you're not supposed to be, on the hood of my car where you're sure as hell ain't supposed to
Mhm.
be.
Right. Seems like all of this is actually just horses should not be allowed in all of these places that the horse has been in very recently and caused a lot of trouble. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
almost like this plan wasn't well thought out.
Oh God.
Who could have guessed?
Mm-hmm.
We move on to Speed's garage, which may or may not be in that same factory.
Mm-hmm.
Where Speed, Janine, and Trixie are discussing what to do, and Speed and Trixie offer Janine a place to stay, with which she accepts. See, now this is good. I highly support this.
Yes.
Friends being friends. Y'all just met, but this girl is in trouble.
Yes.
Fully support that. Love it.
Yep.
Now, the plan moves. We cut to some other garage that these mobsters are just able to get into, where they go in and start fucking up a bunch of cars. They are fixing brakes, they are loosening tires, but it seems like they were able to do this with every car in the city, which
At least lots of different cars.
it seems like too many cars for these three guys to have gotten to in one night.
That is true.
How did they get into all these garages?
Every car in the city is in one garage overnight, though, right? That's how, that's how Tokyo works. Fun Tokyo
Oh,
fact.
okay.
Is this in
Okay.
Tokyo even? I just assumed, but
Maybe it is. I mean, if this is the American dub, it probably takes place in like Dakota.
yeah, true.
Maybe it's Los Angeles. Maybe even it's supposed to be New York. I don't know. But it's a place where garages are just open access for anyone and everyone
Yes.
at 11 p.m. at night. So,
Yep. No problems.
yeah. So, next day happens. We got a bunch of cars on the road, driving normal, just trying to go about their day. But all of a sudden, the cars start malfunctioning and start crashing. And the mayhem starts. And the killing starts.
Yes.
And the deaths multiply by the second.
Oh.
And this is where I really get to. This is one of the most violent shows I have ever seen. Because it's not just cars are swerving off the road. Again, cars are swerving into each other, which is causing other cars to swerve into each other, which is causing them to fly into store windows.
Yes.
There is a car, I've said this a couple times now, that runs into a wall with a man in it, flips over, and then explodes into flames. There are several instances of cars colliding, and then they just blow up, presumably with everyone still inside.
Yeah.
And there is no way all of these people lived.
No.
There's no way all of these people lived.
I thought it was especially incredible the time when a car flips and then lands on top of another car, but upside down and flipped over after an accident.
That was marvelous.
It was
I mean,
crazy.
I'm sure, again, everyone involved is dead.
Yeah.
But you gotta admit, that's kind of funny. And then we have all the onlookers from in their skyscrapers looking and going, ah! It's truly an incredible moment. It's devastating.
Right.
And later on, we find out that this man who caused this mass murder gets off way too easily.
Absolutely. Not punished nearly enough for conspiracy to commit mass murder.
But we'll get to that soon. Cut to another city road with Speed and Janine driving down the road in the Mach 5. They get stopped by a police officer who tells them that the city is off limits because of the number of accidents. And Speedy and Janine are like, what the fuck? There's that many accidents? Holy shit. So they go off to a different bar. Again, these people are 18. They start talking about, they start thinking about, what could be happening? Why could all these accidents be happening in town? And the bartender opens his mouth and says, you know what I think? I think these accidents aren't accidental. A fucking genius. Who could have guessed? Maybe people didn't suddenly decide that, you know what?
Let's have a car accident today.
Yeah. I think the grill of my car would look great in your spleen.
Right. Let's just swerve into things at full speed today. Oh my god.
It's crazy. But, I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Cut back to Papa's house, where he puts down some more money for the mobsters to presumably do more evil shit. And one of the things he wants them to do is take down the Speed's Motor Factory, because if race car drivers are around, they're a symbol of hope for cars, and we can't have hope. Hope drives people for change,
Mm-hmm.
positive change.
Mm-hmm.
And we're here to spread negativity and manslaughter.
Mm-hmm. It's their mission statement.
So fetch.
God.
Cut to Speed's factory. We see the Mach 5 rolling up on the factory with Speedy, Sparky, and the small child and Chimp. And they see the three mobsters running into the factory because I guess y'all just leave the door unlocked.
No security. Why do you need it?
They all agree that they'll go inside and see what's going on and stop these people. The small child stands up and says, "I'm ready. My arms are aching for action." And no one is like, "Shut the fuck up, kid.
Right.
Sit down. You're not going in there."
Right. It's like,
They
all right.
take him in there.
They sure do.
Speed turns the lights on and accuses the mobsters of causing the accidents. The mobsters don't fucking deny it because they're goddamn idiots.
Right.
The children, the 18-year-olds, then proceed to whoop ass. They take down these men like they're made of paper.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing drop kicks,
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3 combos. I swear I saw one of them do a super move from Marvel vs. Capcom. This shit was stupid as fuck. Okay.
Like action movie
Sure.
fighting like levels of like, yeah, like let's just, I think this is the part where I noticed them like flying backwards in the air from a punch too. But oh my god.
And Speedy manages to get a hold of Red. Mr. Trotter admits to paying them to fix all the cars to crash.
There is just no attempt to cover up what is happening here. Like there's no like, oh, I won't tell you what my boss's plans are. Like it's just all out there immediately.
I mean, they already got the money.
True.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't have any loyalty after that either.
Mm.
So Speedy and Sparky rush over to Papa's house and accuse Papa of causing the accidents. Papa then denies the accusations because, of course, he's the only one that would. Sparky then reveals that Janine is with Trixie in a different car and they're driving toward the Craggy Peak Mountains. I don't think they explain why.
Mm-mm. It's just a fun drive, right? There's no reason why they have to be driving there, is there?
Sure. But oh no, Red reveals that he tampered with the brakes on that car, just like Papa told him to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Janine's in danger.
Right.
And Trixie too, I
Yeah.
guess.
If only this could have been avoided.
It's almost like someone's rampant hatred has now endangered the people that they claim to love.
Wow. How about that?
Wow. So, Papa then rushes to his horse to ride off and save his daughter. Speed follows in the Mach 5. We cut to Trixie and Janine on this mountain road. At this moment, Trixie finds out that the brakes aren't working.
Yup.
My question is, how the fuck did y'all get this far
Without.
with the brakes not working?
Unclear.
Y'all got all the way to these mountains and this far up this road without functioning brakes, without realizing that something was wrong with the brakes?
No problems up until they started just going at 100 kilometers down this windy mountain road. This is fine.
It's insane. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't track, but it's Speed Racer. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Speed eventually catches up with Papa because, of course, he's in a race car. Of course he was going to catch up.
With a horse.
And Speed offers Papa a ride in the car so that they can get to Janine faster and hopefully save her before something bad happens. Papa declines by trying to whip Speed in the face.
He also has a incredible line, another very incredible line. I swore never to ride in a car. Giddy up. Which, like, he's never going to use a car. He's just going to use the horse. I think Speed offered to carry the horse in the car too, if I'm getting that right.
I wouldn't be surprised. Speed is a fucking weirdo.
Like, sure, why not bring the horse in the car?
I mean, you could argue that the horse has done nothing wrong, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Do you think the horse was in on it?
I feel like...
Just throwing out a theory.
I feel like the horse, I don't really understand the horse's motivations at this point. I feel like he, well, we'll get to this later, but he gets like spooked later around Janine, but I don't understand that.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. But yeah, we'll get to that. I think the horse is in on it. I don't think the horse is blameless.
Mhm.
I think actually the horse is the one who gave Papa the idea.
The horse hit Papa's son with the car, and then
Papa was the driver. Oh no! The horse had dreams of becoming a race car driver just like Janine, but he knew that his hooves would prevent him from following his dreams. But he got in the car anyway because he knew that this was his one chance to prove himself. But during that drive, he hit Papa's son. This is my headcanon. This is my headcanon. This is proof. This is proof. This is fact. Nobody can tell me I'm wrong.
I like this headcanon, yeah.
Ugh, I love me. Anyway, Papa refuses Speed's offer. And at this moment, Speed is finally over him. I am so proud because I would have been over this man immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Once he told me that his son died by getting hit by a car and that's why he hates cars, I would have told that man to fuck himself with a finger a long ass time ago.
Oh God.
So Speed then drives off, and guess what? He's going to get to them before Papa
Mm-hmm.
ever can. But before Speed can get there, Trixie and Janine spin out, flip over the railing of the cliff,
Mm-hmm.
and explode.
They sure do.
Speed manages to get to them, and Trixie is fine, not a scratch on her. She's still in the driver's seat. But then we look over, and Janine is dead.
But she's like out of the car, right? Which is like crazy.
Yeah, she was thrown from the car, face down, outfit perfectly fine, hair still tousled. I don't get it. I'm jealous, but you know, Japanese science or whatever.
Yes.
He goes to help her. Papa gets there. Honestly, not too long after Speed,
Yeah, like the horse
which
made it there real fast, actually, like just a couple minutes afterwards, which seems impressive.
it's very impressive, which to me shows that Speed wasn't hustling.
Speed was just taking his time.
Speed was not that
Oh
concerned.
God.
So yeah, now Papa is here, and Speed and Trixie tell him that Janine needs medical attention. And he says, I'm going to take her to the hospital. And he just kind of throws her lifeless body onto the horse. But Speed and Trixie are like, you will not get there in time on that fucking horse.
Mm-hmm.
We can get in this car and we can make sure she gets help and can survive. No, I hate cars. And finally, Speed and Trixie say what they should have said at the beginning. Fuck you. Fuck you. Your daughter is dying. We don't give a fuck about what you want or what you think is good for her. We're going to put her in this car and we're going to take her to the fucking hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So they do. They drive off. We get a nice zoom in of Papa's face where I think he starts crying.
There's like a tear, yeah. Was it also like the horse refuses to like take both of them or something like that too?
Yeah, the horse seems to understand that this is bullshit, which goes against my theory that the horse is in on it. But I think the horse just grew a conscience and has now realized the error of his
Fair.
ways.
Okay.
Because yeah, he's like, no, motherfucker, I'm not taking you anywhere. Put her in the fucking car.
The horse understands that the car is faster than the horse.
Right.
God.
But anyway, Speed and Trixie and Janine's dead body drive off, presumably to the hospital. We cut to the outside of the hospital, and they zoom in on the outside of her, of Janine's room. But there are flowers on the windowsill, and I thought for a moment, oh my God, she actually
That would be
died.
crazy. But I wouldn't put it past this show because I don't know who lives or dies in this show. Like, I guess maybe the main characters are fine, but the innocent bystanders can just die so fast if you needed to.
Yeah. But the whole Speed gang is there, including Pops, to visit her. And the door opens, and it's Papa. And he shows up. Janine immediately runs to hug him for some
Mm-hmm.
reason. I guess like his cum gave birth to you or whatever, so you still have
Mm-hmm.
feelings. But Janine asks why he hadn't come to visit her sooner, and he says he's been in jail to um serve time for all the bad things he did.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, even if she's been in the hospital for months
Right.
recovering, that is still not enough time
For him to be in jail, right? I would want a longer jail
for all
sentence.
of the people he killed,
Mm-hmm.
for all of the property he
Mm-hmm.
damaged, for all the people he didn't kill but clearly attempted
Right.
to.
Yes. Oh my god.
It's at least conspiracy to commit
Yes.
murder.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my god. That was wild. Where it's like, oh, he's done with jail now. That's good. He got punished.
And then, Pops, I guess, decides to go the forgive and forget route and gives him a free new car
Mm-hmm.
that he built
Mm-hmm.
himself. And Papa, who I guess in his few weeks of jail time learned his lesson that cars aren't weapons, they're tools like anything else.
Is that the takeaway we want from this
I guess.
episode?
I guess. This is the same as when Sabrina turned to the camera and said, "Oh man, you know, you should never risk getting other people sick just to go to a party." It hits about the same.
Oh my god. It's like very like, here's something I guess we explicitly have to tell all y'all idiots out there for the love of God.
That made me so mad. It made me so mad. Now, look, I don't think our current jail and prison system is good. I think it's terrible.
Mhm.
I think we really need to rethink this whole
Mhm.
shit. But if that's what we have, this man should be in jail for life.
Absolutely. No question. Oh my god. He should not have been able to get out to like, oh, just a few weeks later, once Janine's better. Oh my god.
But we then find out that the three mobsters are now just helping people, I guess. Red is directing traffic, and blue and yellow are helping people cross the
Mhm.
road. And it's not even clear if they serve jail time.
True.
They're just allowed to roam around like they feel bad about it. Maybe not even that. They just like, well, I'm doing good things
Right.
now. So it's cool.
Like they're just doing community service. That's all they need to do to like pay off their debt to society. Oh my god.
And Janine is allowed to be a racer if she wants to, and whatever the fuck. And the episode ends.
Mhm.
What the fuck was that?
Don't worry, they all got punished and we all learned a lesson. So it's fine.
Murder's okay if you feel bad after it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a little bad. Just a few weeks of jail. It's fine. Oh my god.
All right, that's the end of the episode. Now, viewers, as you know, every episode, after discussing what the fuck just happened, we like to ask two questions. These questions are never the same because why would we make them the same? That's boring. And also, you think we can remember what we talked about last time?
Mhm. Absolutely not.
Really? So, first question, Victor. What do you think the actual lesson of this episode was?
Okay. What about something like, I feel like it's maybe something about you can't let your like rigid ideology kind of like get in the way of like the real world considerations, or like you shouldn't pursue this crazy revenge. Well, cuz like he doesn't get punished for doing any of this. So is that really the lesson they're teaching you? I I I guess what I don't know what they're trying to teach. The lesson I want to take away is that like you should do all of this like crazy shit, Um, but I don't think they actually take that lesson away. So, yeah, I think well, okay, I think what we've learned is that if you have a bunch of money, then it's fine and you can do whatever you want, is I think the actual lesson
Mm-hmm.
of this episode. Do you have a idea of the actual lesson of this episode yourself?
Meta today, meta tomorrow, meta forever.
Good. I'm so glad these messages were passed along to the kids of 1967. I'm sure this was fine. Oh my god.
Look, those kids were ugly for a reason, and they were to represent the average looks of the average child at the
Mhm,
time.
mhm.
You know, they had nothing else going for them.
True, true.
Wow, that was so mean. I am so sorry.
Oh god.
Oh, that was uncalled for. Anywho, question number
Mhm,
2. Of the many features of the Mach
mhm.
5, which one do you think has the most potential for murder?
I mean, I feel like I have to go with the rotary saws.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think I'm going to beat that. This is very like pod racer coded to me. Like from Star Wars episode 1 where you
Mm.
just had like you could you bought different accessories for your pod racer like to control like steering better and like acceleration better, and then you just bought like offensive weaponry, or like some of the ships just had that. And that was also something you could just install on your ship where you could like shoot lightning at the other cars. So like similar vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's the rotary saws, which is um I mean, I guess you could use it to drive through a forest and cut down all the trees, which is not a better thing to do. But that is my favorite for murder. How about yours? If you could not choose the rotary saw.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Honestly, nice choice. Nice choice. Personally, I think the best option is actually the power jacks because I think there are few things more satisfying than the sound of human bones crunching underneath a car when they did not expect it.
Oh my god.
Because imagine, like, you see someone enjoying their lovely cup of almond roasted coffee at their favorite cafe, and then just squish.
That is true. These are like extra like limbs of the car that were not there, and you can just squish them.
Exactly. I feel like a rotary saw is something that, you know, you can kind of see coming. You
True.
probably can't get away, but you can see coming. By the
True.
time that the Mach 5 is in prime squashing position, they won't have enough time to release the first splick of shit,
Mhm. Mhm.
which, we love a clean murder.
Yep. Oh my god. This thing is so dangerous. Oh my god. Incredible.
Love it. So, thank you, lovely viewers, for tuning in to another episode of Must Be Free TV. I guess, again, this is where I plug me. Goodness.
Mhm.
If you'd like to, oh, God, find my shit, you can look me up on my website at www.martinbenoit.com. That's www.mard as in dog, E-N-B as in boy, ENOIT.com, or on Twitter or Blue Sky at Martinigma. That's M-A-R-D as in dog, ENIGMA. Hit me up if you want some voiceover done.
Yay.
That's all I got. Bye.
Bye.